A block of mass 2 kg is placed on floor. The coefficient of static friction is 0.4. A horizontal force of 2.5 Newton is applied to the block. Calculate the force of friction between the block and the floor. So what we have here is when I can't picture it myself, it's always better to draw a rough diagram. That is much helpful. So we have 20 Newton of mg. So basically 2 kg mass is placed on a floor. The coefficient of static friction is 0.4 between these two objects. Then an horizontal force is applied to the block. Okay, they're not given how much. 0.5 Newton. Calculate the force of friction between the block and the floor. So we have a normal force and we have the static friction. They're just told friction. They're not told what kind of friction. The first is, let's have a look at what is the maximum friction that we have in static. So when it's not moving, to what extent can we apply a force? So Fs max is equal to mu s into n. So with that we have 0.4 into normal force is 20, and so this is 8 Newton. So this is the maximum force that it can handle, the two combination. And so calculate the force of friction. Here the force of friction will be how much, guys? Will be 8 Newton. Is that correct? See, this is the maximum to which it can handle, but the frictional force here, it will be 2.5 because you are applying 2.5 Newton of force. That's it. So it goes to this actually. See, I'm applying whatever I'm applying over here, 32.1. That is the frictional force. Applied force and frictional force are equal. Frictional force can handle here up to maximum of 30 something. Okay, so that was 30 something, but to that point whatever you apply, that will be the frictional force. If I decrease it, the frictional force will decrease. Why will the frictional force be more? It will be less, because it's trying to react to the applied force. So even though it can handle this much of force without making the object move, that is because we're applying only 2.5, the reaction is 2.5 itself. Here the force of friction will be 2.5. If it was, if this value was say 12.5, then it would have been different. Then you should be talking about your kinetic friction and stuff like that. Okay, so that's the entire idea.